Hi everyone. So in this paper I will be discussing KSET 2020 Life Science Paper 2 question paper. This question paper contains 100 questions and each question carries 2 marks. So we'll start with the questions. First question, the constituent monosaccharide in chitin is. So chitin is mainly formed from a material that is NAC, that is N-acetyl glucosamine. Chitin will be seen in the arthropods. Second question, an example for aromatic amino acid. So aromatic amino acid where the tyrosine, tryptophan are the example of this aromatic amino acid. So D is the right answer. Then third one, which functional group is never found in alpha amino acid? So on one side you will come across NH2, on another side you will come across OH, H, and here the variable group. So here NH2 is there, COH is there, SCH3 is there. So this one, that is CHO, that is not found in this alpha amino acid. So C is the right answer. So next question, that is fourth question. It is a repeated question. Ramachandran plot displays, that is allowed angles of pi and psi for a polypeptide backbone. So A is the right answer for this question. Next, so left-handed helix is found in, that is ZDNA, where you will come across a left-handed helix, whereas other these DNAs, they are all right-handed helix. So D is the right answer for this question. Then sixth one, pH equals to pK1. So this equation will be possible when the proton acceptor equals to proton donor is present. So B is the right answer. Then seventh question, you have to match the following. Here they have given mercaptoethanol, guanidine hydrochloride, urea, and dithiotriotol. So this mercaptoethanol will be seen in a peptide bond, whereas guanine hydrochloride will be seen in this ionic bond. Urea, where you will come across this disulfide bridge, and dithiotriotol, that is hydrogen bond. So A is the right answer for this question. Then read out the next question. Again match the column consisting different vitamins and their names in the column B. So vitamin D, that is calciferol, vitamin E, vitamin B6, and vitamin B1. Vitamin E, that is tocopherol, vitamin B6, that is pyridoxine, vitamin B1, that is thiamine. So C is the right answer for this question. Then, where are the ion carriers located in a cell? So ion carriers, so that will be seen in the plasma membrane or the cell membrane. where you will come across ion channels through which the ions can enter the cell and go out from a cell. So 9 is the right answer. Then 10th one, which of the following cell organelle contains DNA? So DNA Golgi complex, it doesn't have its own DNA. Endoplasmic reticulum, it doesn't have. Ribosome also it doesn't have, whereas mitochondria, it has their own DNA. So mitochondria and chloroplast will have their own DNA. So D is the right answer for this question. Then 11th question. So 11th question, in which of the following organelles beta oxidation of long chain fatty acids is initiated with an object of shortening the chain length? So this beta oxidation of long fatty acid, it usually takes place in the special cell, that is cell organelle, that is peroxisome. So in this peroxisome, the beta oxidation takes place. In case of prokaryotes, in the cytosol, whereas in case of the eukaryotes, the mitochondria it takes place. So beta oxidation, where the it is one of the catabolic process where acetyl CoA will enter into a citric acid cycle. So B is the right answer. Then 12th one, the cell division which consists of nuclear division, mitosis followed by cytoplasmic division, that is cytokinesis, occurs during. So this is cell cycle. Sorry, in this cell cycle, this in this M phase of the cell cycle, where the mitosis followed by cytoplasmic division. So it usually takes place in M phase, as it is called as a dividing phase, where you will come across four phases, PMAT stages, prophase, anaphase, metaphase, and telophase. Soon after completing the karyokinesis, here cytokinesis takes place. So M phase is the right answer. Then 13th question, which of the following pair matches with the membrane transport process and its primary function? So membrane transport, that is osmosis, where the movement of molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration through semi-permeable membrane takes place, that is passive diffusion of small solids. So C is the right answer. Then core of the nucleosome consists of, so nucleosome will be mainly formed by histone octamer octomers. So in this histone octomers, you will come across histone proteins. Those are H2A, H2B, H3, and H4. So B is the right answer. Then 15th question. The concept of pH homeostasis is the that is the ability of the microbe to control its internal pH. Homeostasis means that is balance. So balance is nothing but the control. So that is the right answer for this question. Then 16th question. 16th one, a metabolic pathway that involves part of Krebs cycle plus two unique enzymes, malate synthetase and isocitrate lyase is. So it is one of the anabolic pathway where the conversion of acetyl CoA to succinate for the synthesis of what? That is carbohydrate. So this one will be called as a glycolate cycle, where you will come across two unique enzymes and also a part of the Krebs cycle plus two unique enzymes, that is malate synthetase and isocitrate. So it is one of the anaerobic process and also anabolic pathway. So is the right answer for this question. The next question, the maximum coiling of chromosomes is observed during. So maximum coiling means that is condensation of the chromatin material into a, a fully condensed chromosome. So that takes place during the metaphase, where you will come across a maximum coiling of the chromosome. So B is the right answer. Then 18th one, during replication the long strands of DNA in a cell's nucleus got tangled, making it harder for a cell to read genes, but dash enzyme can prevent the tangling. So this tangling of the DNA will be done by a special enzyme. So this question, where dash enzyme can prevent tangling, that will be the DNA topoisomerase. So this DNA isomerase or the DNA topoisomerase will help in the or helps in the packaging or the supercoiling of the DNA molecule can be done through this enzyme. So C is the right answer. The 19th question, which of the following are the non-coding RNAs? Here non-coding RNAs are a ribosomal RNA, miRNA and a tRNA are considered as the non-coding RNAs. So D is the right answer. In the final step of protein synthesis, the folding of many proteins is made more efficient by a special class of protein called, that is, chaperones, or these chaperones are commonly called as heat shock proteins. Heat shock proteins, and these proteins will assist in the conformational foldings. So C is the right answer for this question. The next question, which of the following process takes place in the 3' to 5' direction? This is a repeated question as it was asked in the 2017 KSET. So this process where the process takes place in 3' to 5' direction, whereas rest takes place in 5' to 3' direction. So is the right answer. Then 22, in eukaryotic cell the tRNA genes 5S RNA, some snRNA genes and genes for other small RNAs are transcribed by, that is RNA polymerase 3, that is the right answer. RNA polymerase 1 will do the ribosomal RNA synthesis, whereas RNA polymerase 2 will help in the production of mRNA, whereas this one, it will be helpful in the production of tRNA. So C is the right answer. Then 23, the role of gRNA is, G here, that is guide RNA. So this guide RNA which is present in the organism will help in the editing, that is RNA editing is done by this gRNA. So next question 24th, DNA repair pathway that can repair the damage caused by large change in the structure of a DNA double helix is called. So this one will be done with the help of the special method, that is nucleotide excision repair. We can remove the nucleotides and we can make a change in a structure of a DNA. So D is the right answer for this question. The next question 25th, the fermentation of one molecule of glucose to ethanol and CO2 require a dash oxygen molecule. Here the conversion of the glucose into ethanol and CO2 require an enzyme, that is zymase enzyme. This zymase enzyme will help in the production where the oxygen is not required as it takes place anaerobically. So 0 is the answer for this question. Then 26th one, which of the following signaling molecule does not bind to nuclear receptor? So nuclear receptor, some of the receptors will be found on the surface of nucleus and some of the receptor will be present on the membrane. So those will be called as membrane receptor. Here they are asking does not bind to nuclear receptor. So this acetylcholine will not go and bind to a nuclear receptor, but it can bind to some other, maybe in the cytoplasm or in the membrane. So B is the right answer. Then next question. Which of the following describes cell-cell junction? So consider this as cell 1, consider this as cell 2. There is a connection between the two cells and this cell will be interconnected by the junctions. So junction is the place where the adherence junction occur as a continuous bands. So B is the right answer. Adherence means that is attachment. So attachment between the two one will be called as adherent junction. So it can form a continuous band. So 27B is the right answer. Then 28th question, gram negative bacteria produces which of the following as the signaling molecule in quorum sensing? So here gram negative bacteria will produce some of the chemical for the sending a signal. So this one will be called as a quorum sensing. In case of the positive bacteria, they will send some of the hormones that is called as pheromones, or we can call it as autoinducers, whereas these negative bacteria or the negative gram negative bacteria, they will send a signal through the chemical that is N-acyl homoserine, that is lactones. So through this one they will send a signal. So A is the right answer for this question. Then next one, which of the following is a tumor suppressor gene? Here both P53 and retinoblastoma are considered as a right answers for this question, where P53 is one of the tumor suppressing gene. The same way retinoblastoma is also acting as a tumor suppressor gene. Then next one, 30th question. The Rose sarcoma virus was first discovered in. This Rose sarcoma virus was discovered first in the chicken, that is bird. Next one, MHC molecule on antigen presenting cells which present foreign peptides to helper cells is. So MHC molecule will help in this one, that is peptides to help us release, that is P1. B is the right answer, class 2 MHC molecule. Then 32 question. The correct sequence of events in producing an antibody response to an antigen is, that is, the antigen will first send antigen cells, then TH thymus, then B cell to plasma cell will produce a antibodies. So A is the right answer. So antigen will send a signal to APC, APC will send a signal to thymus, thymus will produce a B lymphocyte, then plasma cell, then antibodies. So A is the right answer. Then living microbes whose virulence is destroyed and used for vaccination is considered as, that is attenuated. So half killed, partially killed, or half killed, that is attenuated non-living thing. So D is the right answer. Then this question, 34th question, which was asked in the 2016 KSET. So it is a repeated question. An autoimmune disease. Here, there are so many different autoimmune diseases are given, or the scientist has studied. So autoimmune disease here, cystic fibrosis, it is not an autoimmune disease. Multiple sclerosis, it is one of the autoimmune disease. Sickle cell anemia, it is a X-linked recessive. Then dyslexia, it is also not a autoimmune disease, but some of the autoimmune disease we observed, that is myasthenia gravis, rheumatoid arthritis, Edison disease, Graves disease, then Hashimoto disease, then vitiligo. So these are some of the autoimmune disease where our own immune cell will destroy our own cells. So B is the right answer. Then 35th question, which of the following is not the portal entry for bacterial pathogens in the plant host? That is plasmodesmata. Through this one, not enter a plant. So D is the right answer. They can enter the stomata, hydathoid, lenticels, but plasmodesmata, it cannot allow the entry of these bacterial pathogens. Then next one, that is match the following. In this one they have given the antibodies and their respective character IgA. So this IgA, it is one of the secretory component. This IgA will be seen in the mother's milk, that is in the colostrum. We come across this IgA. This IgA, it is one of the uh, allergic, during allergy this antibody will get released. So that is basophil. This basophil, this basophil, it is one of the granulocyte. So this granulocyte, its main function is it shows allergic reaction. Then IgG, so IgG, it is one of the antibody which can cross from the placenta, whereas IgM, it is one of the pentamer. So D is the right answer for this question. Then 37th question. During morphogenesis, the formation of anterior structure in Drosophila embryo requires the product of dash gene. In this Drosophila embryo, we require which gene that can decide the anterior structure, or it will decide the formation of the anterior structure in a Drosophila. As we all know, so in these Drosophila, we come across a maternal effect genes. These maternal effect genes where the picoid and hunchback, these picoid and hunchback will decide a anterior part, or they will form a anterior parts, that is head and thorax, and nanos and caudal will form a posterior part, that is abdominal part. So the hunchback and bicoid both are the answer here. So these both will form a anterior part, that is formation of the anterior structure in a Drosophila embryo. So next one, during microsporogenesis the tapetum is formed from this tapetum, as it will nourish developing spores. So it developed from sporogenous cells as well as the parietal cell. So both are the answer for this question. Then 39th question, floral development in Arabidopsis and Antirrhinium is under genetic control of dash genes, that is homeotic genes. These homeotic genes will decide the formation of these particular floral parts. Then, which of the following is the master gene involved in sex determination in Drosophila? In case of the Drosophila, sex determination is done by the special gene. That is X, that is SXL. So A is the right answer. Then 41, products of maternal genome molecules that are placed in the Drosophila egg are, that is RNA. RNA is the right answer. Then next question, Shinya Yamanaka received his Nobel Prize for the discovery of, that is induced pluripotent stem cells. So these stem cell, because of the discovery of this stem cell, this Shinya Yamanaka, he received the Nobel Prize. So A is the right answer. Then the next one, caspases are involved in the process of, these caspases, they are involved in the process, that is apoptosis. Apoptosis is called as programmed cell death, where the old cell or deteriorated cell or the damaged cell, they will undergo this process, that is a programmed cell death or a apoptosis. So in order to undergo this apoptosis, these caspases are very essential. So C is the right answer. Then 44th question, Q cycle occurs in a mitochondria as well as in a chloroplast. Its main function is, so this Q cycle, that is coupling of two electron transfer with one electron transfer, that is A is the right answer. Then 45th question, in C4 plants, C4 plants are photosynthetically more efficient than that of the C4 plants because of the absence of dash in C4 plants. So in case of C4 plants, there is no photorespiration. Because of this one, C3 is better or more efficient than the C4. So C is the right answer. Then 46th question, which of the following is not a plant hormone? So here auxin, cytokinin, gibberellin, and ethylene. These are the four plant growth hormones. So here jasmonic acid, it is not a growth hormone. So A is the right answer. Then 47th question. The fixation of CO2 in C4 cycle takes place by. So this fixation of CO2 in C4 plants, it can happen through a PEP. The pepcase. This pepcase enzyme will fix the CO2 in case of C4 plants. So C is right here. Apart from that, there is another option, that is oxaloacetate. It can also fix the CO2 in case of the C4 plant. Then 48th question. Which of the following bacteria is a non-heterocystous and non-symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria? Non-heterocystic, non-symbiotic. Non-heterocystic means if the bacteria has this filamentous structure where you will come across a nitrogen fixing specialized cell, this will be called as a heterocyst. So these are the way the N2 fixation takes place. Here they are asking non-heterocystous, non-symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria, that is Agiobacter. In this one will not come across the heterocyst. Then 49th question. During electron transport, the extra energy carried by the electron is utilized in the formation of what? That is ATP. Where the actual ATP synthesis takes place with the help of enzyme, that is the help of the enzyme, that is the ADPase, where ADP plus inorganic phosphate will get converted into ATP. In order to undergo this one, we require the energy, or we require a transport of the electrons. So from this electron, this inorganic phosphate plus adenosine diphosphate will get converted into ATP. So this ATP is nothing but the energy or the currency. So 49 is the right answer. Then which of the following is not a secondary metabolite? Here alkaloids, phenols, flavonoids, these are all secondary metabolites. Whereas alpha ketoglutaric acid, it is not a secondary metabolite. So next question. So number of ATP molecules required to fix one molecule of nitrogen is, that is 16. 16 ATP molecules are necessary to fix one nitrogen molecule. Then hair cells are dash components of dash in sensory organ. This in a ear will come across a hair like structure. So these hair like structure will act as a sensory structure, and this sensory structure will help in what? That is hearing. Then 53 question. So here match the following. Oxytocin. This oxytocin, it is basically released from the posterior pituitary. So this oxytocin, it is mainly released by the posterior pituitary. Then insulin. This insulin is produced by pancreas. So pancreas, where you will come across alpha cell, beta cell and gamma cell. So this beta cell will synthesize this pancreas. The alpha cell will synthesize glucagon. beta cell will produce a pancreas, gamma will produce a somatostatin. So this insulin is form islets of Langerhans of a pancreas. So it act as endocrine part of the structure. Then calcitonin. This calcitonin is produced by the thyroid gland. Estrogen is produced by the ovary. So right answer for this one will be the C. C. Then 54th one. The myogenic heart contraction is initiated by. So this myogenic heart contraction is initiated by myocyte are the nodal tissues which are present in the heart. So these nodal tissues will receive a signal or the impulse, and this impulse will be received by the SAN, which is present in the upper part of the right atria, and that will be pumped to AVN, and AVN will send a signal to bundle of His. Then the SAN will send a signal to AVN, then bundle of His, and bundle of His will send a message to Purkinje fiber. So in this manner, the contraction of heart takes place. Then 55th, a blood pressure is not a pressure of a blood on the walls. So here consider this as a blood vessel. A blood pressure is where it is where the pressure exerted on the walls of artery is called as blood pressure or the BP. So normally systolic and diastolic pressure, that is 120 by 80 mm per Hg. If a person suffering from this blood pressure, it may increase to 140 or 140 above or 90. So that is arteries, on the walls of arteries. So 55th is the right answer. Then 56th question. Which of the following nerve center is not involved in the regulation of excreting urine from the urinary bladder? That is mixture region. Mixture region where not involved, that is dura mater. So it is not involved in any excretion or a regulation of excreting a urine. So 57th. Which of the following organ regulates the ionic balance in man? That is kidney. So kidney will maintain or it will do the function, that is excretion, that is removal of nitrogenous waste, and also it will do another function, that is osmoregulation. Osmoregulation. This osmoregulation is nothing but the balance of water plus salt. So kidney, it will maintain a ionic balance. Then 58th question. The pituitary gland stimulates the adrenal gland to make cortisol. Cortisol is increased during all of the following situation except. So this cortisol, it will increase during the daytime, during morning hours, stress, illness, but night time it will get decreased. So D is the right answer. Then 59th question. Which of the following functional unit of vertebrate excretory system? The functional unit of vertebrate excretory system, that is nephron. So nephron is the functional unit of kidney. So D is the answer. Then 60th question. A couple has a female child with the disease and two unaffected children. Neither parent nor any of the four biological grandparents of the affected children has had this disease. Which one of the following is the most likely genetic explanation? That is autosomal recessive. So, autosomal recessive, where you will study the cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia. These are the diseases where you'll get this kind of experience where the unaffected biological grandparents will be observed, but the affected in case of the children. So, that will be called as autosomal recessive. So, A is the right answer for this question. Next question 61. Which one of the following is correct for the linkage of Drosophila? So, linkage in case of the Drosophila, where a complete in a male and incomplete in females will be observed. A linkage is complete in case of males, whereas incomplete in case of the females. So, I have solved 61 questions in this video. I will solve some more questions in the next video uh, as we solved 61 in this video. So I will be doing another video. Thank you.